Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark mystery movies.
I'm Brian, and I like Hallmark mystery movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark mystery movies. And this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast. Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hey, what's
Welcome.
up, Brand? How's it going?
Dude, thank
That
you.
sounds like a trap.
Happy Friday, buddy.
This
Yeah.
feels insincere.
Friday.
It feels insincere.
What do you mean? It's May 26th. We're at the end of the week. What you got planned for the weekend, buddy?
Man, we'll probably go to a movie with you today.
Yeah, probably get out of that.
You guys gonna make brisket?
You're going to get out of that?
No, get out to that. Like, get out to that movie.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're going to
Yeah.
try to get out
What
of
else
that.
is going on, man?
I don't know. Probably, we'll probably swim.
Love you,
We'll
dude.
probably swim
Good to
together.
see
this
you.
weekend. You like bringing in like
Something's weird.
you
Something's
bringing in,
off.
are you bringing in like a cake?
I
And
just want to know how my buddy's doing.
doing good.
You really backed him into a corner
We're
here.
not that far away from ChristmasCon Kansas City.
Not at all.
That's right. We're not.
Really excited.
Philo Deep Dives out.
Philo Deep Dives
That's
out.
awesome.
Another one's coming out next week.
Next week.
That's right.
That's my
How about you, Bri?
Yeah, man.
How's it going?
Excellent. What movie we see? Actually, I might be able to go to the movies with you guys today.
Ooh,
Really?
Oh, your fam's out of town
They are.
because they couldn't come to my kid's birthday
That's
party.
that's right. You know about that. I was supposed to let you know, but it sounds
No,
like
no,
it's
no.
all set.
I heard.
I forgot.
I heard.
Why? What does that mean? You still have to work.
Do I?
Ooh,
Maybe I took the day. Maybe I took
take
the day.
day.
Maybe I gave myself a personal day.
Oh, a little personal
Your
day.
family
you
went out of
never
town.
know.
Your family went out of town, and you said, "I'm taking the day
The whole
off."
day. Time to celebrate. Let loose.
And you're putting it on broadcast.
That's
I
right.
love that.
They won't hear this. My kids did ask if we could move your kid's birthday party for them.
really?
So and I said
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
not.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
really kind.
Yeah. If
I think
could-
you can work that out.
They did ask if they were coming. I told them no.
That
they
is
were-
true. I got that this weekend.
That's right.
Really
That's right.
excited
Yeah,
about that.
tomorrow. My kids turned 7 yesterday.
Wow.
It's
Big
exciting
day.
stuff.
Yeah.
Seventh
That's right.
heaven.
Yep.
When I see their happy faces smiling back at me. Seventh heaven. Ooh. Seventh
you.
heaven.
Thank you for that.
Kansas
You know,
City is in under 2 weeks. So
That's
that's true at this
exciting.
point.
you know what we haven't done in a while is that, and I think this is actually
Oh,
a take
yeah.
the day off
Here we
segment.
go.
Is that a Touched by an Angel episode?
Here we go.
Ooh.
I'll look one of those up. You
Now's the
tell
time.
everybody at Kansas City, the Kansas City live show, that tickets are still available for
Oh
today.
yes.
Oh,
Live
yeah.
show.
You want me to tell me about
Vamp,
it?
yes.
You want me to tell you about Okay, I got it. So, Bri, you're wearing a shirt.
I sure am.
This shirt we're going to start selling at our live shows only, the retro Deck the Hallmark t-shirt if you're watching on philo.tv/DTH.
Great shirt.
Thursday night in Kansas City. If you're coming into town for ChristmasCon, if you're not, you should
Yeah.
because you can see us there. But on Thursday night, we're going to be performing live. You can get tickets online. It's going to be a ton of fun. You never know who will show up. We're going to have a fun time together. You can get in early with a VIP ticket, hang out with us. You're not going to want to miss out on the fun. Right, Bri?
No, I wouldn't miss. I'm not going to
Your
miss
first
it.
live show ever.
It's my first ever. I'm more excited about this than most things
Those
I've ever been
things.
excited about.
That's right. And so are you nervous at all?
No.
You feel good?
Yeah, I feel great. This
Feel
is
ready
like
to
this
go.
is my wheel. Like I feel like that's more my wheelhouse than a recorded scenario.
Yeah.
So this,
In
I feel
front
like
of
this-
people.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna,
love it.
This is gonna be a good time.
The
all
reverse,
around.
that is Panda reverse there.
Oh, it
Panda
is. He
didn't like
brought-
the live shows.
Oh, that's great.
Panda very
Yeah.
nervous in front of people.
Oh man,
if
no,
you can believe it.
no, I love. This is
Yeah,
gonna
no.
be great. I'm gonna sit behind a drum set the whole time, probably.
Yeah. We got a trap set we're bringing out just for Brian to sit behind.
Do a little beat the
Just a
whole
couple occasional rim shots.
All right.
Yeah, I like
Which of these two synopses is a Touched by an Angel episode?
Okay.
We got
Are you
music
ready?
for this.
Yeah, one sec. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep. Is this history?
A little something like.
It goes a little something like.
This is the Deckies intro. The Angels help a teen who is so ashamed of her trailer park life that she styles herself as a wealthy jet setter to gain acceptance at school. That was number one.
Okay.
Number two, the Angels help a mall clerk who accidentally brought a gun in her bag and is afraid of getting caught, but can't leave her shift early due to it being rent day.
It's the first one. The first one's the
Okay. Okay.
That's my final answer.
Brian,
Yeah, I'll go with number 2.
you're going with number 2.
Oh, yeah, that's classic.
Aaron,
Touch
what do you think?
I think it's a trick question, and they're both episodes.
Brian would never.
Ooh.
Brian cares about the integrity of the game too much. He would never do that.
The answer is synopsis number 1 is the real episode.
Wow.
Congratulations. That is
Congrats.
season 9, episode
11.
episode 7.
Hey.
In honor of your boys turning 7.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
You know how I knew it was? Is because the other one sounds like something they'd just be like, keep the gun, it's your right.
You can't
What
bring
was
it
the
to
second one
work.
from?
I just made that up right on the fly.
Yeah.
Man, well,
it
let's-
also had that.
let's write that down.
Typically, the best part of this game is you making up the other one because you're getting better.
Yeah.
It used to be real bad.
I thought it was a dead giveaway when I ended it with it's rent day.
the rent day didn't help.
It's rent day.
She can't leave early. She
can't leave-
Makes
Well,
perfect
'cause
sense to
she
me.
needs money.
It's rent
She
day.
needs money
Need
and
that
it's
money.
rent day.
You get paid at the end of every shift.
You can't
The
leave.
rent is due.
The rent's too high. We're gonna take a quick nope. It's time for carrot cake.
We haven't even.
We've done nothing.
Wow.
Carrot
Let's
cake
take
murder.
a quick break.
I'm
Come back
exhausted.
and do more of nothing.
Carrot cake murder. Hannah Swensen.
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 Originally aired
Samsonite.
on Friday night.
Whale.
Now I will say the Friday night premiere from a couple weeks ago did not do well in the
well at
ratings.
all.
We'll see how this one did, which is out now since it's Friday.
Are you falling asleep?
It-
I didn't do well. It's just out now.
And it went a little something like this. This starts by showing us some dude getting pushed in a hole. He's dead. He's down in a hole in 1995. Now I will say,
Hey, Brian, when's the carrot cake?
hold on.
Is there carrot cake yet? I love carrot cake.
Back off. Back
it
off.
now?
We'll get there.
Brian, is there cake in that hole?
We'll get. I don't think
is it
Where
so.
it is?
Or
there
is it
could
just
be-
a dead body?
There could be cake in
dead
the hole.
body, no cake?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who
I'll
is
be
this?
back. Morgan.
Morgan. We'll find out.
Okay.
It's 1995, and I will say the people who pushed this body down a hole did do this person a solid.
Did
And
they have cake?
no, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And they threw a blanket on top of him, which was real solid. Can I just tell it to the people? Not enough people care for the people they murder. I just think like if you go out of your way to push a dead body down a hole, the least you can do is
We
drape
have a lot of
drape.
fun here at the Hallmark, but if we murder someone, we always take good care of them.
The top of the line. They will.
of the line.
They will get treated.
Yeah.
They will get treated.
5-star review.
They will get.
Check our Yelp.
They will get treated like the girl was acting in that episode of Touched by an Angel. Cut to present day, and Hannah is checking out a restaurant. Her mom's friends.
Is she making a carrot cake?
Hold on, bud.
It's Morgan.
Norman is the guy who we all know his connection here is, because this is definitely not the first one of these we've ever seen. Norman's mom's birthday is coming up, and they're going to throw a birthday party
Carrot cake.
for her, and the cake is carrot cake.
Yeah.
They don't say that.
Oh, no. When's the carrot cake coming?
This is, who is this, Morgan?
Morgan.
You sure about that,
I'm
Morgan?
positive.
Okay. Mike is her fiance, also a cop who shows up. He's like telling people at a protest to calm down. So I guess that's all good.
Are they upset about the carrot cake?
No, writer's strike. Mike is a cop who they're a happy couple, but they're both busy and whatnot. Now Hannah and Norman are just friends. From what I understand, all on the up and up.
On the up and up. Everything in front.
And they're walking. They hear a boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not.
How you
Here
like
comes
me
the
now?
boy from the South. POD is doing a show. They go in. They go backstage to POD concert. They see the hole. It is somehow exploded back up, I guess. I don't know. But they look down. There's a body. The blanket has somehow come off of the corpse's head. It's all skeleton. It's all Halloween. So she convinces Mike to look into this, and they go and they poke around at the crime scene, despite the fact that she is not a cop. nor a real detective. DNA shows that he was a thief. His name was Jerry.
He was a thief?
He was a thief, and his name was Jerry.
Got it.
His name was Jerry.
Is there carrot cake anywhere? Does
Jerry.
Jerry have the cake? Where's the cake at?
Is this Jerry?
Knock, knock.
Jerry?
Jerry?
It's Jerry.
It's Jerry. Hi,
Knock,
Jerry.
knock.
Hi. Who's there?
Jerry.
Jerry who?
Jerry Bowberry.
Jerry. She finds some
Where's
keys
the
down
carrot cake
there.
at? I was trying to do a character named Morgan Stanley Deanwitter. I thought it would be funny.
Morgan Steamer Dimwitter?
Almost landed.
Anyway, Jerry, while you're here, I'll explain the rest of the episode to you.
Cake. Carrot cake.
She found some keys down there, brings a picture of the keys that she got real big to a locksmith and says, these are clearly not 1995 keys. Take your word for it, bud. We then see someone is watching Hannah and Mike from across the street. She goes to talk to a guy who worked with and did time with Jerry. They were thieves together. And he's like, I have an alibi. I have a movie ticket from that day. And they're like, that's weird that you kept that. And he's like, it's weird that you're here. Check and mate. Hannah is looking at the place for the party, and a guy named Eugene is there. Has Eugene been in other one of these? Do we know Eugene, or is he just from this one?
Has Eugene been in other one of these?
I think he's new to us.
Is he new to us?
I have not seen Carrot Cake Murder, but I don't remember a Eugene in the other ones.
Okay.
I have not seen carrot cake either, but I'm waiting.
Eugene is there, and they go and they're looking at this place, and he pushes her out of the way as rocks fall on them, putting him in the hospital. Norman is like, they find his social security card, and they look him up, and turns out he died when he was 3. Starting to think that maybe they don't really know this guy. She then sees Julian, who's Jerry's wife. Julian? I don't know, whatever. Talking to that guy that Jerry used to work with. What are they talking about? They are arguing in the streets. They're feeling the rhythm of the street. The rhythm is going to get you. Mike comes in with some news. Eugene's number was found on Jerry's pager. We know nothing about Eugene. Norman starts looking into Eugene some more and finds out that there's no way that he could afford this restaurant since his social security wasn't real. He couldn't get a loan, and he doesn't have money. He wakes up from his coma and tells the truth that he was helping his brother out. His brother did a hit and a run, and he had kids, and so he decided he'd run.
And a run. Huh?
He decided he would take over and do the run for him, and so he started a whole new life. But he did not do any. He's all on the up and up when it comes to Jerry Bowberry. Hannah finds the keys. We're talking about the keys again, and decides, hey, have we tried them? Has anyone tried the keys? So she goes to all of the possible people that could have done this murder and tries the keys. She gets to the guy who worked with Jerry, did time with Jerry, and he's like, I did it. Definitely, those are my keys. I definitely did it. You've caught me. And it's at this point that the cops show up, and she's like, how'd the cops get here, Mike? Hey, Mike, how'd the cops get here? And Mike's like, yeah, I've been keeping my boss up to date on this matter, this murder investigation.
Yes.
And she's like, well, here's your ring back. Maybe don't do that next time. I like doing investigations. You know that about me, and I don't need the police involved, even though you are a policeman. And so that's too bad. She is still not convinced. She felt like that guy was going to say something, so she goes back there, and his son shows up, and she's like, your dad's in jail. He admitted to everything. And he's like, no, I did it. This family admits to things very easily. There's a bit of a tussle on the dock, but ultimately he gets arrested. Hannah comes over to Nick's office and brings him cookies and
carrot cake.
No, they bring
carrot
cookies.
Cake mystery.
And they talk some more.
But
and
when is the cake? Is it now?
ultimately, they decide that to not continue to
carrot
take
cake.
to do no carrot cake and to stay not engaged. That doesn't stop him from showing up with quite the cat scratcher house thing. We all know those.
Cat condo.
And cat condo. And she looks at him like with one of these faces. And that, my friends, was Carrot Cake Murder, a Hannah Swensen mystery.
We did it.
We're back, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, though. We're going to take the whole
Have
way.
you ever done this before?
Blacked out.
You're telling me I did that whole synopsis? That
You
wasn't
look like
someone
you were-
else?
You look like you were catatonic.
And you didn't mention carrot cake once.
We're back, everybody. Just like it was riding a bike.
We're back, everybody. Hey, welcome back, everybody, for the first time. Let's do this. Let's start with the hot take. I'll start with Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, you are a bit of a Hannah Swensen aficionado.
if you will.
Yeah. What did you think about this one? You've read book. You've seen
read book.
Read
You've seen
You've
book.
seen movies.
You've seen
Yes.
movie.
You have walked miles in shoes.
Camel Mile.
You have sat. You have stared. You have seen.
You have drive car.
Sure.
Tell
I
us
drive.
about this one in
Yeah.
regards to all of what
Sure.
you've witnessed.
Sure, of course. Yeah, I read the first book in the series.
Great.
Then I watched the first installment of the movie.
Wow.
I watched a Christmas movie. And
The Plum.
The Plum. Yep, that's right. That's right. Something. Plum.
Been on the,
something.
it's been
Christmas
on the
Murder
list for a
Bakery.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas Murder. And in preparation for this movie, I read this book, listened to this book, audio style, and then I watched this movie. So I'm a handful deep here in the
Handful
Hannah
deep.
Swensen. Yeah. And
How do you feel about him as a whole?
as a whole, it's weird because this is so different from the rest of the series. And I haven't done a lot in the middle. Like, I haven't gone through a lot, so I don't know how it's changed over time. But between the first one and even the Christmas one and this one, like, most of them are like very small town feel, like very cozy. Everybody's in everybody's business, like not super dark, not a lot of emphasis on the crime as much. This is very dark compared to like what they were and what I experienced with the first, and which to me was very unexpected. Like, I was expecting to show up. You're in the small town Minnesota, a little kickback, throwback to what I've already experienced, and it's not like that at all. Like, they're going more in the direction of like murder mystery, dark murder mystery versus like leaning into the cozy mystery version of it. And so, even from the book, like, I was interested after listening to the book to see how this translates on screen.
Oh, you listened to the book, huh?
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm
counts?
not going to say I read.
Stop
I
acting
listened.
like listening to books doesn't count, Bran.
Out there riding his bike, telling people that they're not reading.
That's the only way that I would ever read a book.
Listen to it, yeah. And so it's well narrated. She does a great job narrating.
Shout out to
I forget her name.
Darla.
Dolores, Darla,
Darla
Steve Steinemeister. Yes, Seaborn. So she does a great job, but the movie is nothing like the book at all. Like, it's so different that it threw me kind of for like a loop.
You were
watching.
telling us that Norman's it's a bit of a love triangle.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
In
right.
the books, they're not in a. There's
And
no
in
relationship.
this one, I kind of kept thinking that it was, but I was told it
Yeah.
was
It
not.
looks a little like Cam Matheson.
They look. My wife said that she's like, I don't know how to tell them apart.
Very, very similar.
At
very
first, I hadn't
similar.
seen Cam in a while, and so I was like,
Yeah, it looks a little off.
"Is it?
Nope. Yep. Yeah.
Is that
Squeak,
Cam?
squeak, squeak.
That's not my bud.
Very similar.
That's not my
looking.
bud, Cam.
Yeah. No, in the books, they're not. There's still like a triangle going on where
Okay.
there's not a
Still.
Yeah. And so I was a little thrown off by it being so different from the book story, and there were so few elements that were carried over into the movie, and so I didn't really like this version of it. Like, I want the cozy, very like
Cozy Christmas.
yeah, totally. Just like goofing around. You're in small town Minnesota. You got everybody's like talking about everybody. Even in this, like, her house is bigger, her store is bigger. Like, everything is big city stuff. And in the original ones,
Big
like
city.
it's like big.
Kick
It's
rocks.
like, get out of here. Go back to the tiny little shop that she had when she started. Her tiny little condo. the cat looks so much older. I feel, it's like little Moisha getting old. So yeah,
Children get older.
I'm getting younger.
I'm
Dan
getting
Brown's
younger.
getting younger over here.
Still.
So it was just okay. Like, it was not what I was looking for in a Hannah Swensen mystery.
I hate it. That bodes well for Brandon and I. Who
well, okay, so yes, I don't know anything about this mystery, so I was pretty lost, especially early on, especially when I thought that guy was Cam Matheson. I was questioning everything I've ever seen. It was great to see our guy Cam again. I love that guy. I think here's my initial thought when I finished this was, who do you think you are?
I am.
It is an incredibly bold move for, I believe that this is like a beloved mystery series. We just lost a beloved mystery series in Mystery 101 that ended on a cliffhanger where everything didn't turn out well. Fans are pretty mad about that. To then, on this Hannah Swensen, the first one of the beloved series since that news, to end with not good news is a little Whiplash-like, isn't it, though? To be like, hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If you think I'm going to come back for another one of these, if you think I'm going to keep my hopes up for this relationship, you've got another. How dare you? How dare you? I'm not that mad. I was
about to say, this is you having this
I'm
strong
still a little
feeling.
upset about Mystery 101, and so I felt like I'd take it out on Hannah Swensen. Dan?
Fair.
She can handle it.
Yeah, as far as
It is a bold move, though.
It's a bold move, yeah. But as far as the characters and their backstories of the however many movies they've done, obviously I've not seen them, and so I don't really have much of a comment. I mean, Cam Matheson and Allison Sweeney are fine. The murder mystery itself, I think, could have been really good. There's a theme of like fathers doing what they need to do to protect their children, whether it be the dude saying that he did it so his kid wouldn't go to jail, or this guy basically taking the blame so his brother could be a father. So there is a good story in here somewhere, but we don't really get a lot of that, unfortunately. And so I never really cared. I never really cared about who did it. I never cared about the characters that are not the leads that are in every movie. I never cared about the rest of them because they didn't do a good job focusing on that. They focused a lot of their attention on the characters that most viewers know and love, and I don't really know them or love them. And I also had a huge issue with the big fight that leads them to breaking off their engagement. It was one of the dumbest things ever. I'm sure we'll bring it up in the Wait What again, but the idea that a police officer reports to the police captain is not reason for breakup. It just isn't. Unless that police captain is dirty, this is a dumb reason to get mad at someone. So I didn't like that. I didn't like the story, and I thought it could have been good. So it's a no for me. Maybe my least favorite mystery of the year so far. But I do want to put a little asterisk there, just a caveat to say.
Asterisk.
Yeah, asterisk.
It's not, Asterisk is not here. He has been fired. He's gone.
It's in the cosmos.
He's in the cosmos somewhere. To say that I've not seen the other ones, and so I don't have that knowledge, and so my opinion should not count as for very much.
Let's get to all the feels. Brian?
Yeah, I had like things that I wanted to see that I didn't. Moisha, more cat would have been nice. The cat was a cute little cat. I'm not usually a big cat guy, but in this series, like the cat plays a big role in her life and Hannah's life, and so it's like, yeah, let's throw that cat on screen a little more.
More cat, huh? That's a bad movie if we need more cat.
A little bit more cat. And there was not a lot of, like in the original, or early on, she does a lot of her voiceover or talking through scenarios, relating them to baking. And there was like barely any of that until the end of this movie.
Yeah, I didn't catch that was a theme.
Yeah, no. And that should play a bigger part. So I was kind of missing out on that, that part of the story that was like a really integral part of it early on in the book series, at least, and still in the book series. So I was kind of missing out on a few little things that I know exist in the book.
My feels was Brian coming in the office today with cookies. He said he was inspired by the cookies that were given out in this movie. And his cookies are amazing, and that gave me feels. Dano?
Thank you.
No, I don't really have anything here. for this
The
segment.
cookies, Brian's cookies.
The cookies were delicious, but you did take that one.
No, I just
Enough to go
We
around.
also got boxes from Sheila and Lynn today.
it's been a great
true.
day.
So I had Krispy Kreme donuts,
You brought in donuts.
cookies, Oreo caramels, sour candy. It was a great day on that front.
Yeah.
And I will say, speaking of boxes, Lynn did send us some magical berries that are supposed to make things sweet.
Not drugs, everybody, that we know of.
We
haven't
haven't
tried
actually
them yet.
tried them
Above
yet.
board magical
Yes.
berries.
And possibly by the time that this episode is out, there might be a vlog out of us trying some stuff.
Ooh, would you look at that?
Excited about that. Gave me feels. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with the Wait What and the What the Hallmark here on
Deck
the
the
Hallmark. No.
For the last
no,
time.
no, no.
We
no,
don't need
no,
this.
no.
We don't need it.
No.
Close the door on your way
Out.
out, please. Thank you.
Back on that Fanta Island.
Whoa, hey,
Oh,
we're
my
back, everybody.
Tough to
Sorry.
recover from
Yeah,
that.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's
Let's talk about the Wait What's,
Yeah.
Brian.
I don't have too many, but when Hannah and Norman at the beginning are walking by that building and it sounds like an explosion happens, they rush right in, which is
Bold move.
Bold. It's bold. Yeah.
Then they see a light. Let's follow it, obviously.
Duh.
Does that smell like gunpowder? Let's find out.
Let's
Like,
find out.
That's like, that'll have, first of all, like, no.
I actually don't know what happened.
With the murder? Or in that
No,
situation?
with
It was,
the
I think
explosion.
something did blow up, like a light blew up or something like.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, yeah. I think there was like some combustion.
So it was
happened.
just a coincidence that it
Yeah.
happened?
I think it's how it seemed. That's what I took from it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
There you have it.
But that whole thing to me right away, I'm like, well, first when they start the movie with the murder, it's like, this is not not my Hannah Swensen mystery series. But when they go
normally don't start the movie with a murder.
No, get out of here. You don't usually see like gruesome, like a skeleton.
The
Are you kidding me?
hiding the body sequence was great, though.
Yeah, early on I was
Well
in.
done.
It is captivating, but it's just not. It's so different for the.
Not your Swensen.
But the right, no, hashtag not my Swensen. The with this whole thing, it was just like so out of character. It would have been like she would have been thrown into the scenario like it would have been a mishap that she would be there, not her following.
Yeah, she's just doing detective work.
Yes, and it's just like not. I don't know. To me, it's just like not how that should.
That works.
She's end up
and then
in the
getting
scenario.
mad when her fiance does detective work.
That was one of them for me too. Was that she was so entitled. I was surprised that she was like so entitled that he was in her way. It's like, Hannah, that's not.
Yeah.
You just fall into these things and like you get involved. And also, a part of it that was really weird was that the police were like not. There was no like her against the police. Like usually they're butting heads. Like the cops are like, stay out of it. But the cop was like, the chief's like, yeah, we're not going to investigate this. It's a cold case. Like,
Yeah.
So there wasn't that push and pull with the police. So it was weird that she got so mad. So that was just so out of character. But this one drove me nuts. When she came home to her house, Hannah did, and the cat had destroyed the pillow, and her sister was just sitting there and didn't even clean it up.
Yeah.
Like as a house guest, like
That's
rule
tough,
number
man.
one.
Yeah, come on.
You picked that right up. I
Easy.
mean, just get out of here. The Steiner all willy-nilly, just like not locking up. Like if you're a construction zone and like somebody wanders into your construction zone and gets hurt, like you're in a lot of trouble.
A lot.
You keep people out at all costs.
Correct.
And that was just not even a concern at the Steiner. And so, my last one was just the tension between the cops. There was just none. And it's just weird for an amateur sleuth to not get pushback really from the police force investigating. So
yes.
that was it for me.
I have a few. One, my guy Cam Matheson is on duty, and he is walking into the police station in a bright orange Henley, just all willy nilly.
That is a big one.
He's got his.
He's
He's strapped. He's ready to go.
But he's got a giant Henley on.
Bright
Everybody
orange
else is
Henley.
in police gear.
Yeah, they're all. He's
Uniforms.
kind of
And
like
he's like, Henley.
whatever. This is no big deal to me. Jerry's wife gets offered a cookie. She takes that cookie. She chews on the tiniest bite.
Of all time.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like like the entire conversation, she's still just kind of like, I'm working on this cookie. I gotta say, it is it would be playing the long game if someone did this to me. The explosion in the light bulb, like how long a light bulb stays blown out before I change it.
So
I don't know. It can be months.
Not the height of, I can tell you that.
By the time it finally got to me, I would have forgotten about this case.
Yes.
I would have like that's a long game. I know Hannah's different than me, but all I would just be is like,
Use
I'll
your
get
phone.
to it. I'll get to it. Last but not least, Cam Matheson somehow, some way, got that giant cat home. What did you call it?
Cat condo.
Cat condo in and out of his car.
Yeah.
That thing is ginormous. His car, like I don't know. He's laying down all the
He
seats.
took it apart and then put it together on the porch.
On
in
the
freezing
porch.
cold.
Yeah, it was
Quietly.
that
With
thing
no-
was
without
giant.
any
That thing was
vulgarity.
giant.
Correct. Yes.
Would I like to see Cam Matheson trying to figure that out? Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. But it was ginormous.
Yeah, that was big.
Huge condo. Dano?
Early in this movie, a customer raves about Hannah's deconstructed Rocky Road bars. The way I understand deconstructed is you take the main ingredients and you separate them all out in order for someone to make it on their own. So like deconstructed nachos would be like chips, cheese, pico, blah, 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 and then you do it yourself. This deconstructed Rocky Road bar is chocolate peanut brownie with marshmallow cream on top, and you can eat it in one bite. That is not deconstructed. That is reconstructed. It's the same ingredients without ice cream as Rocky Road ice cream, all of it already made for you. It's not a deconstructed dessert. Right? Am I wrong there? You're a baker.
I don't think I think you're right. I think you're right.
There was no. That's not how that works at all. I was very, very upset.
It was at the very least constructed in some form.
Yes. Of course it was. When they find out that somebody's trying to kill Hannah, Cam's like, you got to stay somewhere safe. And Barbara Niven is a huge part of this movie, and she's great in this movie, and it's Hannah's mom, and it's clear that her and her sister are close with her mom. And Cam Matheson is like, you got to find someplace safe to stay. And she goes, my sister and I will get a hotel. And he's like, I was thinking safer than that. And she's like, how about my mom's house? Why was that the order of that? You're very close with your mom. She lives in town. If you're going to be safe there, you wouldn't be like, I'm getting a hotel. You would go straight to your mom's house.
Also, a hotel's definitely safer.
And then that would be my next point, which is
Someone would definitely check your mom's house before they check the hotel.
A random hotel in the big city is exponentially safer than your mom's house. Yeah. If they know where you live and are trying to kill you, they're going to look at your mom's house. Hotel is the move.
Hotel, motel,
Holiday Inn. No question about it. And then lastly, we've danced around it. I even said some of my hot take. And this is, look, I get it. There's other Hannah Swensen mysteries, but Cam Matheson, all he's doing here is letting the captain know some basic details that he and Hannah have discovered. That is it. He's not making the captain follow him everywhere. And then she's like, you lied to me, you blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't. She said, don't let the captain know until we have proof. He told the captain anyway. That is not lying. That is him going, okay, I hear what you're saying, but my boss is the captain. I kind of have to do this the right way and go through proper protocol. At most, that's a disagreement, and you could see an argument. But to end an engagement over that was just absurd to me. And maybe there's backstory I'm not aware of. But if there isn't, that is inexcusable. That's all I got.
It's time for the What the Hallmarks, where we wonder what could have been, maybe happened, get some clarity to any questions that we might still have. Brian, what are you still wondering about as the Swensen head?
Swensen head, of course. Yeah, my general thing was why so different with this, and like the sister was a different. Why so different? The sister was a totally different character than in previous movies. There's a niece who's not even part of the picture. Just why such a drastic change from the book and from that specific book and from the series in general? Just wondering, like, why? What's behind that?
Mine was about the title, which is Carrot Cake Mystery. I was assuming that this mystery involved carrot cake. Best I can figure, this mystery had little to nothing. Nothing to do with carrot cake. I'm as upset as Jerry is about this. That Jerry, not the dead Jerry in the movie. Now, apparently, someone was talking about this. Apparently, they do eat carrot cake once in this movie. So
there is a shot of a carrot.
Okay, if that's all it takes
to make it a movie
to make title,
with this, is that how it is? Like in all the other mysteries, they just name it after a food, but the food has nothing to do with the mystery?
I think so. I don't think it's a big player, right?
Okay, Aaron, yes.
So I've been thinking about this while you guys have been recording.
Okay.
I can't remember all of the other 6 movies, but I know in the Christmas one, she makes those, like, the sugar plum.
Yep.
Like, she makes that one.
She was going to make carrot cake for Norman's mom, right? It was her favorite cake.
But is that the only tie-in? Is that the fact that she makes it? It doesn't have to do...
Yeah,
okay,
she'll make
but
it.
when
It
you
doesn't have to do
call
with
it
murder.
carrot cake mystery...
Yeah.
Carrot cake
Murder, that makes
That
me
would
think
make
that
someone
that
was
the
murdered
cake
by
is
carrot
related
cake.
to the
Yes.
murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But typically, the dessert will be mentioned more in an actual
Okay.
episode than just
just to set my expectations, there is never a murder that involves food.
To set your expectations, remember that you're watching a mystery on Hallmark Channel.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
Fair enough. This may be a stupid what the Hallmark. However, I know that in the book series, because Aaron and Brian have both told me this, that there's a love triangle with her and Cam and Norman.
Yeah.
Could the breaking off of the engagement in the future
Setting
movies
that up.
be setting up that love triangle to actually be occurring in the movie?
Because Mike does say bring up Dunk. Is it Duncan? Norman? It's Norman. Bring up Norman one time where she says
runs on
she had like a morning conversation with Norman.
Yeah.
He's like, oh wow, you're talking to Norman early, huh?
That's from the book.
And that was like a one little tiny sprinkle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If we're
Okay.
getting there, then maybe we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah.
It's a deconstructed
love triangle.
Constructed love triangle that I did see live, by the way.
Oh my gosh,
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Oh, so good.
That mandolin solo.
When they started throwing hot apple pies out in the crowd.
Amazing.
It's unbelievable.
They brought a whole,
Pretty
just
hot.
a slingshot.
Yeah.
Pretty hot.
An
Yeah, there
apple-
were a few burns, but a minor. First
Minor.
degree,
Yeah,
right?
Nothing serious.
First degree.
Yeah.
We did, everybody.
Apple pie burned in the
Congratulations.
first degree. What did open?
All open for them.
Another one down. Another reminder, if you haven't already, to check out Philo Deep Dive on the Deck the Hallmark channel within the Philo app. Just search Philo Deep Dive. It'll pop right on up. Save that sucker to your Philo so every week you'll get that notification, that
love
bing
it.
bing. The boys are back. Can't wait to talk about more of that in the future. Guys, we did it. We're going to be back next time with another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.